Hi, I'm Joan Williams. I'll be your host. Today we're going to be working on leg yielding, where we move the horse forward and sideways off the rider's inner leg. Several of my ladies will be demonstrating exercises on how to train your horse to do leg yields. Good morning, ladies. Today we're going to be working on leg yields. To start with, we want to always use a proper warm-up. So if you can, go ahead and head out around the arena, left shoulder to left shoulder, and let's start a proper warm-up. A proper warm-up consists of the walk, the trot, and the canter. Turns, circles, serpentine loops, transitions between gaits, and transitions within gaits. A little more jump in the canter, Jenny. Keep the hindquarters stepping under. Outside leg was too far back, Jenny. It was a good transition, but keep that outside leg under your outside seat bone. Today we're going to ride a square. On each of the four corners of the square, I'd like you to perform a turn on the forehand. We take our inner leg behind the girth and ask their inner hind to cross in front of the outer hind. We want to maintain our tempo and our miles per hour. The walk is allowed to collect and shorten for every corner. Your outside range in, Jenny, a little straighter on your left rein. Louise, you need a little flexion right and energy. Not faster, but you need a quicker tempo, Louise. Quite good, Diane. A little bit rounder, Sherry. Good. Little straighter on your left rein, and you're using your outside leg too strongly, Jenny. Position it as a support at the girth and use your right leg as your activate. Left rein softens her. Make the right hind cross. Oh, better. So notice how the inside hind leg of the horse steps across in front of the outer hind as the horse performs this turn on the forehand exercise. The horse remains on the bit, maintains the same tempo, which is the beats per minute. Jenny, that was good. Maintains a pure 4-beat walk rhythm. Maintains the same miles per hour leading up to and after the turn, with a moment of collection in the crossing of the hind leg. Notice how after the turn the horse moves straight on its line of travel. After the turn on the forehand, the outside leg of the rider and the reins straighten the horse to move on the prescribed line of travel. Outside leg, Jenny, she's drifting toward the fence. See how you're not on a straight line of travel? Yeah, you need to keep her straight after the turn. Now outside leg, Sherry, good. Good, that's nice and straight. The inner hind leg crosses in front of the outer hind, and then the outside rein straightens and the outside leg straightens. We perform our turn on the forehand, and then the outside leg straightens the horse. Very good. We want them tracking nice and straight after our line. We're going to introduce leg yields. We're going to go across the HXF line, turn your horse's front end onto the HXF line, then position the forehand to the right and turn it into a leg yield. We'll leg yield all the way to X, and when we get to X, we're going to straighten our horse and finish that diagonal line on a straight line. That allows us to push the horse forward and refresh the gait. In a leg yield, the horse moves forward and sideways, crossing the inner hind under the midline, in front of the outer hind. It's equal parts forward and sideways. And then we go straight ahead at X, we push our horse actively forward, and then we'll repeat the exercise the other direction. As we approach KXM, we prepare the horse for the turn with bending and half-halting aids. Turn the front end on our diagonal line. Sit on our inside sit bone. Position the forehand in front of the hips. And move the horse forward and sideways, crossing the inner hind leg in front of the outer hind leg. We maintain our parallelism to our line of travel. When we get to X, we straighten the horse and complete our diagonal line. Keep going, ladies. Okay, so there's too much space between Sherry and Jenny, and too much space between Diane and Sherry. And Louise, your spacing was good, but now you have to catch up. Let's do 2 more times and walk, and then we'll trot it. Weight is the most powerful aid we use when riding a horse. We can use our weight to the inside, sitting heavier on the inside sit bone, using that inside leg to move the horse forward and sideways. We can also take a little bit of our upper body to the outside to help the horse move in the direction. Excellent, Sherry. To help the horse move in the direction we're asking them to go. And then we straighten and we refresh the gait. Again, Sherry, probably your spacing again. It's a good walk, Jen. It's nicely round. Jenny, Sherry, spacing, trot on up to grab your spacing. Diane, you could get a little closer to Sherry. And Louise, you can get a little closer to Diane. Very nice. Very pretty, ladies. It's good leg yields. Take the forehand to the left, Louise. Take the forehand to the inside. Keep his shoulders to the left, Louise. Keep his shoulders to the left. Good. All right, let's go ahead and prepare to trot. And we'll go whole arena. Transition to trot rising, just whole arena. Let's get our alignment on a straight line following each other. Get our spacing. Sherry, you can do a little extended trot to catch up to Jenny. Diane, you can push your trot to catch up to Sherry. Louise, you're going to have to push your trot to catch up to Diane. So we get our spacing back. Jen, you're going to wait all the way till you get to the H line. And let's go ahead and sit the trot. Prepare to sit, sitting trot. Let's get our spacing. And sitting trot. So we're going to try to do the same exercise now in sitting trot. Keep your tempo, keep your energy, maintain your straightness and your parallelism to the line of travel. Inner hind crosses in front of the outer hind. A little more impulsion, Jenny, and a little bit straighter. So that's not quite a leg yield, Jenny. Good, Sherry. Good, Diane. Good, Louise. And that was very good, Jen. If you need to post the trot after X to refresh your gait, absolutely. Good, Jen. Very nice, Jenny. Good crossing. Try to keep her neck straighter. Energy. Stay up with Jen. Sherry, a little straighter on the outside rein. Diane, quarters are leading slightly. There's good. Oh, quarters are almost leading, Diane. Don't let the quarters lead. Diane, Louise, he's got to be straighter on your outside rein. Good job posting the trot to catch up for your spacing. Two more. Energy, Jenny. Good, Jen. Good, Jenny. This is better. This is better this time. It's much straighter. Still, it's got the forehand leading a little too much, Jenny. Quarters are trailing. And straight ahead power. Good straightness, Jen. She's a little too flex left, Jenny. You're leaning to the right. Sit in the middle. Sherry, the quarters are leading. Take the forehand to the right. There. Diane, you've passed Sherry. Louise, he's got to be straighter right rein, but it looked like a good leg yield, Diane. All right, 20-meter circle, trot rising. And let's ask the horse to stretch downward, forward, outward on a 20-meter circle left at C. So go in your first corner, follow the ladies, and then our circle. And let's prepare to walk, transition to walk. Very nice job, ladies, with your leg yields. Now we want to give the horses a break. So let's go ahead, everybody, open order on your own. Let's do some canter work to break up the leg yields, and we'll come back and we'll do our last exercise. So find your own space on the rail, either walk canter or get a nice transition to trot, and when you're ready, up to the canter. Nice, Jen. Good, Diane. It's a nice canter, Sherry. A little bit rounder, Louise, and more forward. Inside leg, outside rein, supple them on the right rein, Jen, to keep them a little rounder. Diane, you can start to ask for a collected canter. I must say, it's really pretty with all these colors and these beautiful dressage horses and riders. So that transition needed a little bit more prep, Jenny. Good, and then if you haven't yet, we want to canter the other direction. As you guys are cantering, you can think about your rider position. Shoulders back, eyes up, heels down, elbows next to your hip bones. Your elbows and hips follow the mechanic of the canter. Keep your reins the proper length. Make sure you have equal weight on your sit bones, and if one is going to be heavier, it's allowed to be the inner leg. Very nice, ladies. And when you're ready, you can transition to trot. And then we can transition to walk. All right, come on in. We'll work on our last exercise. Keep rolling. And let's go ahead, same order that we had before. Let's track whole arena, Jen leading, Jenny second. And we're going to do our leg yield nose to the wall exercise. So Jen, go ahead and track right. And Jenny, you can follow. And let's stay closed order for this exercise. About 2 horse lengths apart would be great. And we'll wait till we get our spacing. When we get to K, Jen, we're going to do a leg yield nose to the wall, K to E. Grab your spacing, Louise. We'll need our whip in our outside hand. Will be the hand nearest the rail. Now for the purposes of the leg yield, the side that we're going to be bending the horse to, which will be this direction tracking right, will be our left leg. This is now the inside side of the horse. So the inside side, we're asking the inner hind to cross and move in front of the outer hind. Excellent, Jen. Keep the horse straight. Keep them round and soft on your outside rein. Sit a little heavier on your inside sit bone. Regulate the angle with the outside rein and the outside leg if they give you too much or not enough. And straight ahead, refresh the gait. And on the next long side, we'll do the exercise one more time in walk. When we get to letter A, we can pick up our trot. And we'll ride the exercise down along this long side in trot. So this time we're going to walk it. One more time. Make a good corner, bending your horse around your inside leg. If you need to trot to catch up to your spacing, go ahead and trot to catch up to your spacing. We sit to the left, inside leg, toe with the girth, makes that inner hind move forward and sideways. The outside rein straightens the neck. Energy straight ahead, Sherry. If you get stuck, just go forward, go straight, and then leg yield nose to the wall again. It's a little easier to get them forward when they're just straight ahead on 2 tracks. Good. Good crossing, Jenny and Jen. Good, Sherry. Little more left hind, Diane. Good, Louise. More left hind, Diane. There. Super. Straight ahead. When you get to C, we can go rising trot. When you get to E, sitting trot. Check your posting diagonal, Jen. Nice trot, Sherry. And sitting at E. Louise, catch on up to your spacing. Come on, Louise. Go, Louise, go. Medium trot and catch up to your spacing. Good. Good, Jen. Good, Jenny. Good, Sherry. Go rising if you need to, Sherry, to maintain your forward. Good, Diane. Louise, you need more left hind, not so much neck. Go posting if you need to, Louise, to keep your forward. Super. Change rein on the diagonal, KXM. Medium trot. When you get to M, balance back, reorganize, straight ahead, switch your whip to your out right hand, and let's do leg yield nose to the wall this direction. Switch your whip over, Sherry, and we'll do leg yield nose to the wall this direction. Good, good, good. Jenny, that's too much neck in and you need your forward. Stay up with Jen. Posting if you need to, Jenny. Too much neck to the right, Jenny. Good, Sherry. Good, Diane. Good, Louise. Jenny, she needs to cross her right hind leg. One more time. Good, Jen. Keep the neck straight, Jenny. Get the right hind. Good. Soften your hands, Jenny. Let her stay up with the other horse. More angle, Jenny. And then lighten your hand. Half halt and release. We need to go one more time. Spacing, half halt, balance her back. So it's about half halt and release and making that right hind cross, not her neck. It's about the right hind. Good, Sherry. One last time. Better, Jenny. Keep that right hind crossing. Good, Sherry. Nice, Diane. Good, Louise. You need your energy, though, Louise. You've got too much right hind. Come on, keep your power. Stay up with Diane. And diagonal line medium. Go for it. Uphill. Sit back. Uphill. Good. And down at this end of the arena at C, 20-meter circle, rising trot, asking the horse to chew the rein from the hand. The end of every day's work should include some downward, forward stretching. Ask them to seek downward, forward, outward. Super. Try to maintain your contact, Jenny. Get your spacing, though. Half halt and release. Half halt and release. Make your circle go a little wider, just so that you can maintain your spacing on your circle. All right, and let's prepare to walk and transition to walk. So let's go ahead and line up, and we can do our recap at the end. So Jenny, what did you discover from your leg yields today?
Going to the right, I discovered that I need to not have so much neck in, but more think about and help her cross her hind leg.
So Jen, what did you notice today about your leg yields?
I noticed that he's a young horse, and I had to help him a little bit to keep his balance in the sideways movement, or else he would get a little bit wiggly on me and start to lose his balance.
And Diane, really good progression in your leg yields today. What did you notice?
I was really pleased with Iago. He worked very hard for me today. I noticed that he likes to lead with his quarters on a leg yield to the right, but that I can straighten him out. And I also was reminded of the importance of giving the cue with my legs in rhythm with the gait.
Very good. That's super important to use your leg in the timing of the inner hind leg. So Sherry, you have probably the youngest horse in the group today. I thought you did a really super job pushing her along and keeping up with the group. What did you notice?
I did notice that we had a little trouble keeping up with the group, but she does leg yields pretty well. We had a little...
So Louise, super job today. What did you notice about riding the leg yields with these giant horses?
What I noticed the most was that having to keep up with these horses made him go forward, and when he's forward, it's much easier and smoother to do a leg yield on him.
It's very true. It's easier on most horses unless they're too forward, and then it takes half halts and balance. But I thought you did a super job keeping up with the group. He has quite nice crossing of his hind legs.